Good day, everyone. I am Kisha Talitha M. Enriquez, and I am going to report about the parts of a business letter. But before that, let me first define what is a business letter. A business letter is a formal written communication between two or from businesses and usually sent through the post office or sometimes by the courier. But now, business letter can be sent through emails. Business letters are used when the writer would like to be formal and professional. Letters may vary in length depending on the writer's objective, purpose, and message of the letter. It is important to remember that any business letter is a legal document between the interested parties. These documents can be held for up to 7 years, so it is important that all information is honest and legitimate. Who writes a business letters? Letters are written from a person or group called sender to a person or group called recipient. Letters can be addressed to anyone, including but not limited to clients and customers, managers, agencies, suppliers, and other business personnel or organizations. Why do we write business letters? We write business letters in order for us to apologize, to congratulate, to formalize decisions, to express appreciation, to reject a proposal or offer, to follow up, to persuade, to request, to inform, and to remind. And now, let us discuss the parts of the business letters. The first part of a business letter is the letterhead or return address. Letterhead or return address should be readable, informative, and attractive, but not too attention-occupying. Letterhead or return address has two elements. The first one is the mandatory elements, which consist of organization's name, address including zip code and area code, telephone number, email address, and a website if any. The second one is the optional elements, which consist of organization's logo, the executive's name and title, a list of officials or other governing bodies. Here are the examples of letterhead or return address. The first one consists of organization's name, the address, and the telephone number. The second one is only if there is no letterhead. The purpose of a letterhead is for your branding to be recognizable across all of your business communications. That's why people typically put their logo at the top of the letter. The second part of the business letter is called dateline. Dateline is written below the sender's address and sometimes separated from it by space. The common forms are September 24, 2016 in American, 24 September 2018 in British. The month is never abbreviated, the day is never spelled out, and endings for numbers 27th are not usually used. Here is the example of dateline. Dateline is separated from it by a space from the letterhead or return address. The purpose of dateline is to indicate the date of the letter to when it was written. The third part of a business letter is called confidential or personal notation. Confidential or personal notation is the same notation should be put on the envelope, written between the date line and the inside address. Example: private and confidential. The purpose of confidential or personal notation is if the letter is to be only read by the person it is sent to. It should have a notation in the form of the word personal or confidential, placed 4 lines directly below the date. The fourth part of a business letter is called inside address. Inside address is always on the left and single-spaced. The recipient's name is followed by the company's name, the department or division, the street address, city postal code, and country. If there is a line that is too long, encode half of it on the next line with 2 or 3 spaces indentation. Here is the example of inside address. This is an also example of inside address. The fifth part of a business letter is called attention line. Attention line is used when you do not know the name of the person you are writing to. This line can also be printed before the address of the company. Example: attention, Enrico F. Cuenca, General Manager. Or, attention, the General Manager. Here is an example of attention line. Attention line indicates the intended recipient within the organization when the letter is addressed to the organization or to the intended recipient's superior. The sixth part of a business letter is called subject line. Subject line provides a further reference, saves introducing the subject in the first paragraph, immediately draws attention to the topic of the letter, allows the writer to refer to it throughout the letter, quickly identifies the purpose of the letter, and should not be more than 1 line on or 2 words. Example: subject, new policy on office uniform. Here is an example of a subject line. The purpose of a subject line is to indicate the letter's purpose in a very short and simple way. By reading the subject line of a letter, the receiver can understand what the letter is about. He or she does not even need to read the whole letter. The remaining parts of a business letter will be reported by Ms. Rica May de los Reyes.